Hey comrades, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Richie, continuing the Scarlet Dawn campaign. You can see there we've got a mobile fleet that's on the move and heading towards my forces. So I'm going to get the Justice to deliver its own brand of justice to it. Now, one thing I have changed is I've got a new microphone because I was having some problems with the old one. So if its voice sounds a bit different, don't worry, it's not you. So first of all, let's get the fleet together and we'll get this oh crap, we've got two mobile forces to deal with. And it rains, it pours in. Okay, we'll get the Justice to take on this one first of all. And we're up against a Archangel, a Palladium, and an OCP LAC, whatever the hell that is. First of all, position of ship there. Transport to it, and let's do this. Yeah, it does take a while to load in because of the size of the ship and everything that's been loaded in. And let's have a look at the lasers. They should be ripping apart that ship now rather nicely. Yeah, a little lag now and again. And it looks like they've stopped shooting at him for some reason. I'm wondering, is he dead in the water? I believe it might just be that. So that was a rather easy victory. Is this a circular one? Well, it's too far gone now to tell what it was. We'll say it was target practice. And we've got another circular one. This one looks like it's got some drones in as well. I think this might be I'm trying to think which one this is. This is the Archangel. And thankfully my ship's ripping it to pieces rather fast. I'm sure these guys are spaceships and they should be in the sky, they shouldn't be down at ground level. However, since they are, it makes my job of them rather a bit easier. I'm struggling to get my words out now. His drone ships are exploding rather violently, thank you. Always nice to see. Let's have a look at the other ones. Yep, he's dead. He's dead as well. And I think this says from these shells probably has advanced cannons in. That's the debris we're seeing coming off them. And let's get back to the main ship, which is probably being ripped to pieces now. Oh, yeah, rather nicely. We see the torpedoes coming in any second now. Like a swarm of sharks or something like that. Yeah, I think I'm rather pleased with the Justice actually. Seems to be doing rather well against these guys. I'm mainly going to be using it for the Scarlet Dawn campaign. I'll only use it for the other campaigns if I meet a really tough opponent or I start getting my ass whooped. Because basically it does make it a bit easier really. Make it a bit too easy. Lose a lot of the challenge. But then again, the Scarlet Dawn aren't exactly a pushover of factions, so I don't think we should take them lightly, having said that. Alright, I think he should be dead pretty soon. Yep, we've stopped shooting at him, so that can... Have we stopped shooting? Yeah, we stopped shooting at him. So that probably means he's going to start disintegrating any second now. Yep, just seeing debris fall off there. Always a beautiful sight. And I think there is one more still to spawn in, unless we've taken it out at some point. Hopefully she'll be joining us pretty shortly. In the meantime, I'll just enjoy a quick sip of coffee. Just setting myself up as a spokesperson for Nescafe. And here we go, another one of the evil octopuses. And again he's in the water, and these guys should be in the sky really. I don't know why they're spawning at such low levels. But either way, it's making my job a lot easier, especially when he falls over the opposite side to where his laser actually comes from. Lasers come from these legs, claws, whatever. So since they're facing the opposite direction to me, then I can destroy him with impunity. It'll go a lot more smoothly than the battle with the Deliverance did, actually. Yeah, the Deliverance fight was quite a close call, really. I did think I was actually going to lose that. However, even if it could fire the lasers, I think the Justice can probably withstand everybody can throw at him. And I am using the maximum parts as well, maximum battle size, so it should be bringing in everything they can against me. I think, considering the size of my force, it's probably massively outsizing them. It looks like he's swinging around it, trying to bring his weapons to bear against me. Yep, he's brought some of them there. And they seem to have horrendous accuracy. I think the torpedoes that are coming in should have a bit better accuracy. Yeah, they're just going left, right and centre with his lasers. And now the moment of truth. Bullseye. It's a beautiful sight. I might be better off actually using frag shells for those torpedoes. I have a feeling if they cluster together tightly like that, if one explodes it might set off a few others. But it looks like he's disintegrating now, so that's another battle won. Another victory for the glorious forces of communism. May we prevail across the entire planet. And we've got our next battle with the Justice. Nothing for it but to get the show on the road. And we're up against a Galaxy, a Fusion, and a Shooting Star. I think we've managed to refuel the Justice. Yeah, we've done it a little bit, but not a great deal. I'll need to refuel it after this fight. Deliverance has still got plenty of fuel though. And the Aurora doesn't have any fuel. Okay, so without further ado, let's do this. And let's just follow the trail of weaponry just to see how well we're doing. And it looks like we've actually got one in the sky this time. Well, judging by all the explosions and debris running off, probably not for very long. Yep, that damn, look at that barrage of fire, just can't withstand that. It's kind of ironic really, for a faction that uses lasers so heavily. Scarlet Dawn don't really have a great deal in the way of defence for it. And this is in what we've got here. Yeah, I think this is in one of their hovercrafts. I think we've faced this in the previous battle, actually. I don't think they're not a major threat really, just a few good laser shots and it brings it down. And with this swarm of missiles as well, that'll help do the job. All they really need to do is get him in the water, then the torpedoes will finish him off. Got a good little combination of weapons. Let's go over the Justice's weapons in a bit more detail. Main battery is obviously relying on the heavy laser cannons. Got a massive setup inside, so it should rip through just about anything they can muster. Missiles here, there, and there. And there's got a massive stack load of torpedoes underneath. So yeah, once it's in the water, it's pretty much only a matter of time before they hit. And hydrofoils as well to help keep this thing afloat when it starts to sink. And yes, these bits are heavy armour. I've got an inner hull with heavy armour, and around the outside of it's light armour just to keep the damn thing afloat. I had slight problems with these due to the amount of heavy armour keeping it afloat. I'm not sure whether people managed to do it. I mean, I could use something like Heliblaze or something, but I feel that's a bit too corny for a ship really. So I'll just slap massive amounts of light armour on the side to make it float. And his cram shot is no chance of getting through. I'm guessing that's the Galaxy. Is it the Galaxy? Let's have a look on the map. Yep, that's the Galaxy, and he's in the water already. out of action. And he looks like he's going to take the full brunt of my weapons. But let's not negate these guys. I need to take these down before they're too big a threat. And yeah, those lasers doing a rather nice job of that. And is he dead? I think he might be dead actually. The engines are still firing, so I guess he's still alive for now. Let's have another closer look at the galaxy and see what's happening with him. At the minute he just seems to be doing somersaults, so I'm assuming he's taken probably quite considerable damage, which is affecting his ability to navigate around. And yeah, I've just seen some of these shells on the deck bouncing off. I think they're just light armor piercing. Or they might be armor piercing sabot or solid shells, which do great if there's no shields, but if there are shields they just bounce off rather frustratingly. But at any rate, this swarm of missiles should put him back into the water. And unfortunately, straight after my torpedoes have just gone by, which is somewhat annoying. But anyway, now that he's getting a bit closer to us, we can get more of the weapons firing on him. Might even build a battleship that revolves around particle cannons. I mean, I had the Warspite that in the Yonks campaign. That's, well, ended up being defeated rather embarrassingly, rather quickly. So I'm thinking what I might do is give that a bit of a respite, fix it up, bring it up to date with particle cannons, and maybe reintroduce that to the fleet. It's an idea for a later video, maybe a build video or something like that. Let me know what you think of particle cannon ships, whether you've had any success with them. Wait, I think is he upside down right now? I think he is upside down actually. There's somewhat of an unusual way of flying around, but makes our job just that little bit easier. And I think since my guns have stopped, he is dead now, and should start disintegrating before our eyes. Yep, another challenger to the cause of communism, given appropriate treatment. How dare these aliens try and challenge us? Okay, 3 things of note here. 1, we've got a nice shiny resource point there. 100k, it's not brilliant, but it's not to be snuffed at. 2nd, we've got a mobile force that's moving at an altitude of 2 again. Base force for some reason spawning at ground level. We're also moving extremely slowly, which will buy us a bit of time. And 3rd, we're ready to take another territory. So what we'll do, cross a border to provoke the fleet, and then we'll get the Justice back into the action. Which thankfully so far he's making short work of them. Nope, don't get too close. Might as well lure him in a bit closer actually. Quasar, galaxy, velocity. Yep, I think that's close enough. No, I don't want you in there. Okay, we'll position a Justice here, so it's really at point blank range, and we'll get this show on the road. And yeah, the first victim. I'm dying before he even has a chance to breathe the air. Damn, I love how OP lasers are. And we got the next one, the Galaxy spawning in. And these guys are a bit of a tougher challenge than the last one. And thankfully they last about the same amount of, well, they last a bit longer I'd say. Interesting design though, a combination of cram cannons and lasers and sub-vehicles. I just think they're lasers anyway. What's in this turret? Might be particle cannons in the turret actually. And thankfully the lasers are splitting targets and whatever happens to be the biggest threat. And I love the way it just drives straight through the laser beam. Oh yeah, it's not going to do any damage to you, mate, of course. Thankfully their own stupidity is making it a bit easier for me to defeat them. And he's airborne, which I don't think he's supposed to be. But since he is, he's going to make a rather nice target for, well, just about anything really. And that's a beautiful shot. And his body, the Galaxy, is getting him close enough down to so that missiles are targeting him. It looks like he's got laser defenses as well. Now they're just bouncing off the shield. That's always annoying. But then again, when you've got a massive overwhelming swarm of them, some are bound to get through. And I think they have done that. They've brought him down into the water. So I believe the torpedoes should have a nice target now. Yep, that's beautiful. Yeah, target's that way, guys. And that's him, well, half his ship gone now. Was there another drone flying around somewhere? Well, if there was, he's gone now. So let's get on to the next target, which is going to be... We've still got a Galaxy and Quasar to spawn him. And see if we've taken any damage in the meantime. Your block here and there. Done quite deep damage to the hull there. Thankfully he's not got through to the heavy arm at the back, so that's a positive. So we'll have time to repair that while the next one comes in. I'm pretty sure that's probably from the particle cannon on the Galaxy. I could manually control it and take it off, but I'm confident that we can take him down without having to need to do that. But yeah, just for shits and giggles, let's do that. Focus on that turret. Yep. And the missiles are swarming around and going after the little guy, or one of them anyway. Okay, it's time to put the lasers back on ship control. Let them deal with what they think is the biggest threat. And they've got one down already, which is always nice. Second one's doing aerial somersaults. So that probably means he's damaging somewhere. Let's see if we can take a closer look and see if they've done any damage to him. Must have done something surely. Yep, I think there is part of the front of his ship missing. And part of the rest of him missing now. Nice job, lasers. Yeah, I'm using the laser system I've got enough justice. Is uses a laser coupler with the 4Q switches rather than the 0Q switches that the Deliverance uses. I think from experience the 4Q switches do slightly more damage. I could be wrong, but that's just going off from what I've seen in my experience of it. And thankfully when he's just sitting in the water like that, he makes a sitting duck from our ship. And the cram and the laser defense is just dealing with whatever he can throw at us. And it's just the Quasar now, I believe, to deal with, and that's going to be it for this little fleet. Thank you very much. Always nice to get a promotion. And the Quasar's already taken a beating from the lasers. And yeah, what the hell are those blue things on his wings? Those blue things on his wings are wings. Who'd have guessed? And damn, just look at how much has been ripped out from inside of him. Yeah, that's brutal, isn't it? Overall, from my experience, it just seems to do slightly better with the lasers when they target airborne. Problem is, if they're at long range in water, then he has the start to lose a bit of their effectiveness shooting through the water. I think I've got 2 of them using their wavefront adjuster, so that compensates a little bit, but that's still a bit of damage lost. So it's a trade-off you've got to be considered. Overall, call that a victory. Okay, it's once again time to cross the territory and get a fight out the enemy. And we'll bring him back to the Justice. And we are facing what exactly? A Wyvern, which I don't believe we've faced. A Shooting Star. A Bishop. A Velocity. A Fission, and a Fusion. A rather interesting combination of vehicles, I think, then. Well, nothing to do but get this show on the road. And we're actually seeing multiple ships spawning in this time, which will make it a bit more interesting. And by interesting, I mean it'll give us more targets to shoot at. Yep, he looks like he's dead already. This little one, what's he doing? I'm moving him rather fast, but he's only got missiles on, so he's not going to be much of a too big a threat. I was saying that, it looks like his missiles just got through, which is annoying. But he flies onto the other side, the lasers on the other side can target him. I've actually lost. Yeah, it looks like I've lost one of my laser cannons there. Okay, he's dead and being deader. Yeah, where else can you get 5 vocabulary like this? Deaderer. Okay. Let's have a look at what's happening with this one. Yeah. Pretty much dead and dusted. And the next victim is coming in now, and is this a fusion? I think. Is it a fusion? Yeah, this is a fission. I think fusion and fission are different types of nuclear reactions. But neither of these is going to be much of a blast from our forces. Yep, thank you, Mirror Week. Okay, and the next one coming in. This might be the Wyvern, I think. Is it the Wyvern? Not the Shooting Star. Yep, and already you can see debris trailing off him. Nice design of these ships or aircraft or whatever you want to call them. I think they're meant to be spacecraft of some description. And don't tell me that one's still alive. If so, can we finish him off, please? Or I might need to just move my ship around a little bit so the lasers can get him. Yep, that's better. Yeah, just a bad angle on him there to bring my guns to bear. But now that I have brought to bear, they're doing lovely damage to them. And I think he's dead now, so it'll be... see what they got to spawn in next now. We've got a Bishop and a Fission. Okay, I'll just stop the ship there, that should be close enough. And let's see how we do against this. Yeah, I think this is a Fission again. Not sure what kind of armament he's got. Seems to be just missiles and... yeah, are they on tilted pods? Yeah, I believe they are actually. Yeah, that's an interesting design. It doesn't really do much in effectiveness, but it looks nice. I'm surprised they're not using more lasers as Scarlet Dawn. From what I remember of them, they were a very heavy laser faction. I guess they decided to diversify and try other things. Like dying tragically, being one of them. Yep. I'm happy with the Justice and what I managed to build with it, even if it did take me ages of adjusting. First time I did it, I originally did it with advanced cannons, but I found out that the advanced cannons are rather volatile. I had a problem of setting off two turrets at the same time. So it was either do a complete redesign of the hull, which at that point I couldn't really bother doing, or try a different weapon system. So I went with the latter option. Lasers having proved themselves rather effective from my previous experience. And I believe this one is the Bishop. Let's have a closer look at him, see what we're dealing with. What's this? Is this... Oh, that's interesting. It's a railgun. Showing that the is that a cramp cannon on this side of it? No, that's a laser on it. I have a feeling this is supposed to be a flying one, but for some reason it's decided to spawn in the water. But since he is in the water, we're going to see torpedoes coming in and doing a rather nice job of messing up his hull. So those should hopefully send him to the bottom of it. Let's have a look at what they've done. Blown a nice hole in the front of it, so that should be waterlogging rather nicely. Missiles on top should be doing an equally effective job. And the lasers will just finish him off nicely, so I think that's probably him done and dusted for. Let me just check, see what damage I've taken. Hopefully not too much. Again, he's managed to punch through to get close to the heavy armour, but isn't. Oh, he's actually broken through here. Thankfully, I've got a bit of redundancy with the laser system, so even if it takes out one section of it, the rest of it should keep working. I think that's one of the reasons that makes it a tough adversary when you have redundancies. Well, let's get back to his annihilation, see how that's doing. I'm getting a little bit of lag for some reason, I don't know why. Could be because his I think he's disintegrating now and falling apart. And of course he dips below the surface and misses our surface missiles. But probably not the torpedoes when they decide to make an appearance. Yep, right on cue. So with him... Ouch. That's what I mean about... I'm guessing it was an advanced cannon there or something. Yep, and that just does a beautiful job of bringing him down. Oh, down deeper, should I say. And he's dead, done and dusted. Another glorious victory. And so far this campaign has been fairly straightforward thanks to the firepower of this thing. Keep taking some damage, but thankfully we were able to repair him between battles. We take out one of the... I thought you were talking out one of the torpedo turrets then. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the creaming of the Scarlet Dawn. Like, favourites, comments, subscribes, all are all welcome to any of my videos. And I'll see you in the next episode when we push into their territory, take out this mobile force and trying to capture this resource point. And after that it should be a straight walk to his headquarters. And so far we managed to get around about a third half the way in. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next episode.